Welcome into the Bro Force Squad podcast. We're coming at you live from Toontown. I know it's not really Toontown, but it's better than wherever the fuck this one happens at. For another world-famous movie commentary on Space Jam: A New Legacy. Now, we have our movies paused at roughly the 10-second mark, currently on HBO Max. While you guys get sucked into the serververse and get to that mark, let's go around the said serververse and meet the fellow bros. As always, to my right, we have the mayor himself, Jeff Hornacek. Now, Horns, if I'm not mistaken, you had a battle with your child about their passion versus your passion. Do you mind elaborating a little bit for us?
Yeah, I don't know if battle's the right word. Certainly not the one I would have used in the custody hearing. I'm just a huge fan of dog racing, and I think gambling on it's just a great pastime for children.
It's a good life skill.
Absolutely, and the state of Delaware just thought differently. So currently, my son Brendan, I hope he's listening to this, he is staying with my ex-wife Rachel, just temporarily until we can go through that damn appeals process. So.
Until he's 18, right? I hear.
Yeah, but he's 4, so it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Right around the corner.
Thanks for bringing that up, Brian.
No problem. And to his left, we have the American hero, Nate Thurman. Now, Thurman, if I'm not mistaken, you have been sucked into a computer before. Is that correct?
You are mistaken, actually. I'm sorry to actually call you out on this. It was a Tamagotchi. 7 years old, was really getting into that, and I plugged it in to charge it one night, and I don't know, there was some electric zap, and I just got in there, and so I could really take care of my little pet that way, though, so it was kind of nice.
It's kind of like Jumanji, right?
Yeah.
But let me just say, Tamagotchi was so engaging. Whether it sucked you in or not, it sucked you in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. You were a parent at 8 years old. It was amazing. The treat
Again,
no
that's
one knew
when I
they
learned I
didn't
shouldn't
want.
be a parent, although I am. All right, and to his right, we have our legal counsel himself, Ronnie Cycli. Now, Ronnie, obviously you are unbeaten in copyright infringements here on the pod. How would you get Warner Brothers out of their copyright infringement in this movie? Because obviously they're all over the fucking place.
I just wouldn't, because they can't afford me. So honestly, I'm just going to keep working for Disney because they know how to pay for it. And so Warner Brothers, I'm coming for you with all the copyright issues in this movie.
Wow.
And that is true,
smart.
and it was actually mentioned off pod within this past week that Cycli's retainer is killing us right now.
It's way more than we bring in revenue.
Good news is we can write it off as a loss on our taxes, though.
It's absolutely right, but then you pay me to do your taxes. So, I mean, it just...
Fuck, it's a vicious cycle.
God, getting this coming and going. Jesus Christ.
All right.
By the way, can I just say, Banner, I really want to know the organization of how you picture us seated.
I think I made it pretty clear.
I think there's someone sitting on top of
Jeff's to
someone.
my right.
Uh-huh.
Nate's to his left, and you're to his right.
All right,
But
let's
you're
watch the
to
movie.
his. Okay.
It's movie time.
Makes sense. All right, guys. Again, we are at roughly the 10-second mark on Space Jam: A New Legacy. WB is fully on the screen. We're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, game time.
I'm softly at the 10-second mark.
As you are watching this, based on when I'm going to drop it, this is actually leaving HBO Max this week on the 15th. So get in your licks while you still can, you know?
Like for good?
Until it'll come back in a little bit, but they want you to go see it in theaters. I'm not going
Oh,
to.
this is like when LeBron went to Miami and came back to Cleveland. I get it.
Right. Correct.
Okay.
Are you saying HBO is Cleveland?
Yeah.
The app
What
is,
is-
I guess.
Yeah. We've had some issues.
Ghetto.
Not winning any championships anytime soon. That's all we're saying.
Can I just say, if you have a handshake with your mom, that's kind of fucking lame. You can love her and not have a handshake with her.
What about me having a handshake with your mom?
Totally different thing.
Okay.
That's allowed.
It's a pretty cool backpack.
I could fuck with that back then.
How did the Wolves let LeBron get away? God, they really screwed up, didn't they?
I'm taking my
Nate-
talents to 6th grade.
Nate, we're at 1:15 if you needed a timestamp.
Okay. Well. Okay. Well. Thanks,
Sorry.
Brian.
Yeah. Look, I introduced us. That was the end of my duties. I'm sorry, but now I fucked up. So I'm at 150.
His friend giving him the Game Boy with the Looney Tunes game. I was all about Game Boy. I never played a Looney Tunes game on the Game Boy.
I was
Did
going to
they
ask
have
if that
one?
was a real game.
Surely not, right?
If they did, I would want to play it. I'm bummed I missed out.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys recognize this. His coach is Julius from Remember the Titans.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh man.
Good
I'm too
call out
lazy
there.
to hit.
He looks
back
about
on
20
it.
years older. Nothing? Nothing.
I mean,
I'm just gonna let that one go.
Okay.
Yeah.
probably is 20 years older. I don't get it.
Yeah. It was a poor attempt.
Okay. I see where I stand.
Well, you're sitting though. To Horns is right. I don't know.
Should LeBron have passed it to Daniel Marshall like he did in the NBA Finals, or was that a good decision, you guys think?
I wish they had made a reference to that in this movie.
Yeah, didn't he have like 40 points in the second half in overtime, and then he passes the ball to Daniel Marshall at the end of the game? Even Daniel Marshall's like, what the fuck do you want me to do with this? So the key here, and this is, we've
Okay,
all
I'm
heard
just saying this isn't a good investment. You're just going to throw that fucking Game Boy away?
Right. But the key here, Brian, is you
He
can
knows-
never achieve anything in life if you play video games. Okay?
He knows
That
the
is
color.
true.
He knows the color Game Boy's coming out soon, so he's like, okay,
Yeah.
fuck it.
So you're telling me that LeBron just skipped over the Game Boy Pocket and went straight to Game Boy Color?
He might have got Game Boy Pocket. I don't. Game Boy Pocket wasn't in color though, right?
No, it was just like
Mm-mm.
it was like a slim version.
Can we just say the first criticism I'll have, and I have no problem with this intro and all this because it's very much like the first Space Jam, but from the get-go, we immediately see that the soundtrack is just not even close to as good as the
Well,
first
that's the
Space Jam.
thing. They were doomed from the start, man. I mean, how are you going to compete with that first Space
You
Jam
can't.
soundtrack?
You can't.
But like this song is fine. This montage of LeBron doing all this, but like, yeah, the song just doesn't hit as hard.
Because in the original, this was where the "Everybody Get Up"
Yep.
song played, right?
Mm-hmm. I would watch that intro over and over when I was a kid, or last week.
Anytime I used to have a big presentation at work, I would play that.
It's a crowd favorite.
And this is where I got online, and people were like, this one guy on Reddit was bitching about this part. And he's like, oh, it's just a LeBron suck fest. This is literally what the first Space Jam did too. It's supposed to be like this.
LeBron can dunk.
Allegedly.
I knew. We say that too much.
It was an
Damn it.
8-foot rim.
Yeah, they lowered a little bit for him, just to pump him up for the movie.
One thing I did like about this movie, and this was kind of a problem in Space Jam, they acted like Michael Jordan just lived in like a normal suburban house. At least they're honest. Like, yeah, we know LeBron has a mansion with his own court in the backyard.
Badass basketball court in the
With an
back.
automatic
his logo on it.
ball passer.
When you just say ball.
So this isn't actually Bronny, his son. I thought that at first, but this is a real actor.
So, does one of his sons make an appearance in this movie? I heard.
Possibly.
I should have done research before this.
Yeah, I don't think it's any of his kids though.
No.
I think it broke my heart when I was a kid and found out in the first Space Jam, like none of that was his actual family, and that wasn't his real house. So I was like, I thought it was.
If you're Bronny, are you mad? Like, dude, Dad, you couldn't put me in your fucking movie.
Yeah, no,
Like, you didn't learn anything from the plot of this movie, right?
Yeah. I guess not.
Also, LeBron, not the best coaching. Like, who hasn't just fucked around on the basketball court, done like stupid layups? Dad, at all times, I'm not like doing basketball camp drills.
It's kind of flawed. I mean, there's fucking videos of him out there just goofing around the court. Everyone does it. Yeah, you can't be 100% going the whole time.
He didn't know the cameras were on, though.
Oh, that is true. It's like, this is behind the scenes shit.
I love how they make LeBron look like such a shitty dad.
This is a documentary, right?
He's method acting.
Show me that step back move I taught you. That move's stupid.
It's not that complicated.
I will say
I love when-
Michael Jordan was a better actor, and that's not a very high bar.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I think I will say this, and I'm not ashamed to say this. I've already watched this movie once. We had all talked about we're gonna blind watch this, and I don't think any of us are now.
No, I'm not.
But I think LeBron's acting gets better as the movie goes on.
This opening scene is rough.
This is rough, but it gets drastically better towards the middle of the movie, and
Yeah.
I actually bought the end of it.
When he's a cartoon,
Yes, obviously.
Obviously,
he's the best actor when he's a cartoon.
His wife, she is apparently in the show Star Trek Discovery. Not his real wife, obviously, but the woman playing his wife.
she was also in The Walking Dead, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
LeBron's wife in real life, and maybe this is just me not digging in and researching what banner
You got hit in the face. I'm sorry.
Brian, it wasn't that funny. Come
It
on.
was a little funny.
Great physical comedy there.
It's spaghetti and meatball, and the ball shot out.
Anyway, is LeBron's wife like the most low-key wife of a high-profile athlete in the world?
I don't
she's
think.
not
I
Kurt
mean,
Warner's wife.
I
Like,
can't really think of any of the like Michael Jordan's wife ever. Is he even? I don't even see. I know nothing about her.
I don't think he's remarried. Yeah, that's the same thing. But like you'll see like Aisha Curry like is in this limelight a lot and all that kind of stuff. But like
Kevin
the biggest
Durant's wife.
athlete-
Oh, too
Oh.
soon.
Well, his mom's in the
Yeah, his
limelight.
mom.
Know about her.
It is. Yeah,
Wait, Katie's married to his mom?
essentially.
He's married to Twitter.
A lot of his behavior makes sense now.
What if they just had a sex scene right here? You're like, what?
Whoa,
Doesn't go anywhere. Just him fucking his wife in the beginning of the movie.
that's gonna be the Snyder cut in 10 years.
All right, so let's get into this just right off the bat, because this is going to be probably the main discussion of the movie. This is essentially a commercial for the Warner Brothers properties, but I gotta be honest, I don't mind that. I think they're kind of upfront about it, and like, what else would Space Jam be a vehicle for?
I think we talked about this on a recent pod episode, and you can call it what it is. I call it fan service, but I love it. I love all the fan service they throw out here. It's great.
Yeah, it could be
Is it
Warner Brothers propaganda, but why is that a problem? It's their movie.
It's their movie. Yeah.
Yeah, Disney doesn't do that at all. They don't put other shit in every fucking movie ever.
Are we coming for WB? Disney literally owns everything. The mouse is messing up college football. Like, they are all over everything. So don't get me out of here with the Warner Brothers shit.
I gotta say, this is a little interesting to me. Like, did Algae Rhythm just find out about LeBron James?
Where did he come from?
Huh?
Is
Yeah,
Don
what-
Cheadle the worst actor in the world right now?
What?
Fuck
He's
off.
fucking terrible in this movie. I lost a lot of
Okay.
respect.
What do you want him to do?
I need more.
I thought
a
Pete was
bold
way
statement
worse.
Saying I didn't like him in this movie, and is he the worst actor in the world right now?
You know, like world rankings. You know,
Well, I mean,
it's a fluid ranking.
Have you not seen No Sudden Move?
No,
Have you not
Okay.
seen any of the Ocean's movies? Have you not seen Hotel Rwanda?
I
was
like
just going-
Hotel.
I was just throwing out No Sudden Move because it just came out this year. So
Brian, in about 15 minutes, he won't even be the worst actor within 3 feet of
You
himself.
literally just told us LeBron grew into his acting, and now you're saying Don Cheadle is terrible.
A well-established-
very
I call him
confused.
as I see him. I call him as I see him.
you fly by the seat of your pants sometimes.
Well, I think now we know Brian is high. So that settles that.
He said give me 5 minutes before the pod. There we go. We gave it to him.
I will say, though, I did nominate Don Cheadle for the Oscar for the Ja Rule Award, actor who must need money based on a role he accepted. 'Cause this is just straight up
Suddenly my argument has a little bit of
He
merit.
didn't say the acting's bad.
No, that's against your argument because he's better than this, is the point.
Yeah,
This
and that
has been-
too. Yeah. Which I know Don Cheadle does not need the money.
This kid, 16 computer screens, working away, slaving away. If I had 14 Red Bulls, his heart's gonna blow up.
Yeah. He's probably a little ambidextrous, writing with his left hand and maybe got the mouse in his right hand.
Can I just say I don't think the game looks that fun? I mean,
Game looks like a shitty app that you download for free and delete in like an hour.
yeah. Like I'd rather
How much-
play NBA Jams.
100%. How much porn did this kid watch while he was developing all this?
Well, what if when LeBron came in, he like escaped from the gaming video and he went straight to porn, so that way LeBron wasn't mad. Oh, thank
LeBron's
God.
like, midget porn. What's wrong with you, Dom? I like it.
He's like, well, if you're gonna watch porn, at least watch this, the good shit. Come on, we're not peasants.
He's like, here, I'll give you my login.
Get a little production value.
No reason for two people in this house to pay for Pornhub Premium.
Yeah, I don't think the mics on this one are picking up everything.
One of the guys in his stream said, "Dude, you're streaming." What?
Okay. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about basically the point of Domball? It encourages showboating.
Yeah, that's the part I would just go old man about and be like, I don't like it.
Right.
Come on. You got to get some skill in here.
Can you miss in the game?
I'm okay
Yeah, I know. You just, do a cool move and you're going to make it.
When the actual game starts, which I think one of the things I do like about this is that literally half of the movie is the game. I think just after the hour mark, the game starts. There is a Looney Tune that is absolutely the unsung hero and brings them back and gets no credit for it.
We'll sing his praises when we get the chance.
I know Nate and I know this screen well after our LimeWire and Kazaa days.
See, if he wasn't downloading so much porn, that may not have happened to his computer.
What else are you going to download?
Yeah, the keys, you got to put the porn on CDs.
I think I have still a couple of those in my childhood home. Well, my parents never put those in the computer.
God.
Amazing. Yeah,
Pretty sure
all really shit out a couple.
Jeff, you and I have a couple of the same ones.
I'm sure. I don't even think any of my laptops have a CD-ROM drive. Guys, look, LeBron has a personality.
Was that a dab?
And he said dab while he dabbed.
Made sure and grab some movie snacks while I was at the store earlier. Little frozen Twix.
Wow.
Frozen Twix?
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Wow.
So good.
Get some here in a second. I do kind of like, this is one thing that gave me like shades of Wayne Knight's character in the first Space Jam. How he's just like, will vehemently agree with anything Michael Jordan says. Like here, Sarah Silverman's like, that's a great idea, right? And LeBron says, no, it seems a bit pandery. She's like, totally, it's stupid.
You gotta have those yes men around you.
Oh, yeah.
I am with LeBron. This is a terrible idea.
Now, how did you guys feel about, for a large, maybe not a large portion, the second act, LeBron himself is animated, which obviously in the first one, not that you need to do the same movie, but it's just an interesting change.
I wish he hadn't been.
You guys are all the Harry Potter heads. Here you go.
Yeah. Like that he's a Hufflepuff.
You think he'd be Slytherin?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he'd be changing houses every time they got like a new wizard.
That is true.
Taking my talents to Ravenclaw.
Dumbledore's like, you can't fucking do that, dude. Taking my talents to Ravenclaw. I like Sarah Silverman.
Like in general or in this movie?
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, she gets a bad rap a lot of the time.
In small doses, I think she can be effective.
Yeah, I like her as a support. Like, I don't like something focused on her. Like, I don't think I could watch a comedy special for an hour, but when she's a support in a
like
role.
the Sarah Silverman show?
Mm-hmm. Some would say.
Was that about her?
I don't believe so. I think she just licensed her name out. She needed the money.
Solid. Algae Rhythm, what a name. His friend reminds me of the old WordPress paperclip guy.
Clippy.
Clippy.
Oh,
Is that his
Clippy.
name?
Bring back Clippy, man. Well, how's he doing?
Not well.
Do we know his little sidekick's name?
Pete.
Is it Pete?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Pete is like definitely getting abused in the workplace.
He's just stuck in middle management.
Is he even middle management?
Yeah, so Pete got promoted?
He's like an assistant manager to the manager. Like a team lead.
I gotta say, would you let your kid into one of these meetings? Like, would he even want to go?
I'd want to go if it was like a movie, studio. That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
why
what
would
if
he
you
bring
hated
like
your dad?
why would he bring this kid? He obviously loves the other one more.
That's a good point.
The
Yeah,
mom was just bitching about their relationship.
It doesn't make much sense he would bring him into this because he obviously wants his interest to be basketball. So why would he pique his interest with one of these meetings?
Maybe he's trying to get him a taste of the apple. He's like, look, if you obsess over basketball,
Mhm.
you can do this other stuff too.
Maybe.
But basketball has to come first.
Yeah, because I've seen the game, Dom, and it's pretty shitty.
But these guys can take that idea and probably make it like just as shitty.
Well, like Cycly was saying, I don't see what's unique about the game. It's basically NBA Street or NBA Jam, but like a shittier version.
Yeah, it's an app, like you said.
All
He's
right, here we
taking
go.
this really harshly.
Shit's gonna hit the fan.
Really overreacting here.
Yeah, this is not Don Cheadle at his best. I will give you that banner.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
This is a tough
You've come
job.
a long way from saying he's the worst
shows
actor.
up and he shows up. They tell him to put this suit on, and it's just all green screen around him for probably like 8 hours that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will give him the benefit of the doubt of he's suffering from the Star Wars prequel syndrome. I'll say that.
Except unlike in this movie, Jar Jar is not the key to everything.
Why wasn't he in the crowd of all the characters they put in the crowd?
That would have been awesome.
That's when you know Disney would have sued fast.
They don't realize they're only in a 4-story building and they're going down 85 floors.
They're just too busy arguing with each other.
Basement 19.
Algae.
What's the kid doing? He's just like, oh, I hate you, Dad. Let me walk into authorized areas.
He's like, this seems right. Yeah, like if I was a kid on this, I'd be like, oh shit, this isn't right. This isn't the lobby. I need to turn around.
Just because you don't like your dad doesn't mean you get to just walk into any room you want, you know? Imagine like walks into the kitchen at a TGI Fridays. What are you doing back here? Oh, I don't like my father. Oh, my fault.
I was just looking for a bloomin' onion. That's Outback.
I
Get
think
the
that's
fuck
on
out.
par for anyone at TJ Friday.
You're not even at the right restaurant. Okay, well, I said sorry. How do we feel about the device getting him into the world? And obviously, in the first one, Michael Jordan was pulled through the hole at a golf course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no sane way to do it.
No, I think they did it
Yeah, I think
well
it's
enough.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I am still partial to the way Michael Jordan, like, because I think of Wayne Knight when he's digging. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's fixing a divot.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Also, some people online, Cycle, you kind of brought this up, are just so fucking ridiculous about these things. But they were like, continuity error. In the first one, the Looney Tunes were in the center of the earth. Now they're in cyberspace. I'm like, how joyless is your life?
They're an imaginary concept.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I think you've stumbled onto it. They are not real. Warner Brothers can't cover it up any longer.
They just got migrated to the cloud. Deal with it.
Yeah.
It
LeBron
happens
is
to all
pretty
of us.
bad here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait till you have to upgrade to
His like scared face is so bad.
Oh no.
So while we get a little exposition here from Algae Rhythm, Malcolm D. Lee is the director of this movie. Let me read you through a few of the things he's directed. He actually did Undercover Brother in 2002, which I'm a big fan of.
Really? Wow, what a throwback. I like that.
Things are going to go downhill quick, though. He did Scary Movie 5.
The fifth one, wow.
Yeah, he did those The Best Man movies with Kevin Hart. He did the first one and the second one. He did Barbershop: The Next Cut, which was in 2016, so I'm guessing it's like the third or fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did that movie Girls Trip in 2017, which is the one with Queen Latifah. Let me get the full. Yeah, like Queen Latifah, Regina Hall, Jada Pinkett Smith, and then this. I don't know who I expect you to get to do a Space Jam movie. I guess his filmography seems like, sure, that's the guy.
Yeah, seems all right.
Did you see the first Space Jam director just like trashed this movie?
Yeah, that was kind of fucked up, I thought.
Like, dude, it's fine.
Here's the
Stop.
thing. Yeah, this movie. Did anybody think it was going to be good going into it?
Well, I mean, what's
I
good?
mean, it is what it is. Yeah,
And
it's a kids movie.
Honestly,
yeah.
Yeah, you have fun with it. Like if you go in going, look, it's going to be bad, and just enjoy it for what it is. I had a ton of fun. I was
The problem
also
is
super
people-
high.
Our age who watched Space Jam when we were kids loved the movie, but you know what? Space Jam isn't really a great movie when you go back and think about it, but we have this soft space in our heart for it. So now we're at an age where we can critique movies, and it's not going to hold up to that. You just cannot put them together. It's just impossible.
Well, the other directors obviously you're biased to your own work, but he's acting like what he put out was some fucking cinematic.
Exactly.
Gem. It's not. Get over yourself.
He was like, it took him like 5 attempts to finish this movie or something.
To finish the first Space Jam or to finish this one?
This one, like he was saying how bad it was. It took him 5 tries.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's so hyperbolic. Like, just shut the fuck up. No, it
Yeah.
didn't.
Guys, let's just remember of basketball players starring in movies, this is the second best.
We have any Thunderstruck fans on this?
I
Oh
was just
god.
about to ask if anybody.
Thunderstruck. You're coming for Kazam?
I forgot about Kazam actually, but that's not really fair because that's not a basketball movie.
Were there NBA players in Like Mike?
Yeah, but it was just like brief cameos.
Not like, yeah.
I mean, you can't. In Algae Rhythm's world, LeBron is going to learn. He's the king, you know?
Mm.
He gets to put together the super teams.
You got to pass the crown.
I do kind of like how they steer into the skid here. The Looney Tunes are essentially the rejects at Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Do they still have them at Six Flags? Is that like what they've become now? Is that all that's left?
I think so.
Banner,
Well,
did your daughter
I know they
nice-
still have them at Six Flags, but I think that's all that they are. They did try to reboot it with that Brendan Fraser movie. What was that?
Well, they have a new show on HBO
Do they?
Max. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
but
I
that
loved
just
watching
came
them when I
out
was a
like
kid.
at the same time as Space Jam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is just good marketing, really.
Like
Yeah.
Banner, your daughter, if she saw a picture of Bugs Bunny, would she know who it was?
Hell no, I don't fucking put that propaganda in my house.
That's aggressive.
What?
Wow, the Nike swoosh! I didn't notice that the first
Yeah,
time.
that's
I watched.
pretty.
That's kinda
Wait, do you
disgusting.
hate the Looney Tunes, Brian?
I've never been a fan of the Looney Tunes. I'll be honest with you. Guys.
Wow.
I like how we got a little bit of 2D animation. Obviously, they go to the CGI later.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know why they decided to make him a cartoon because, like, obviously Jordan was normal in the cartoon world, so I don't.
Could it be that they didn't have enough time to film it all with
It's possible.
everything that was going on, and so it was easier for them to animate it and just have him voice over?
That's probably it.
Yeah, it's not a bad theory.
He got changed into his basketball clothes. That's not what he went in there in, you know? Because remember, Jordan had a big part of the plot was he had to go
Oh
get
yeah,
his attire.
I love that. By the way, and Banner, I do agree with you. I feel like LeBron already right now is coming into the role. Like if it felt like the last minute, he's gotten much better as an actor.
Yeah. You can really tell on his face.
Yes.
I have a Horns fun fact for us. I don't have many for this one.
Let's hear it.
The first one is this film was actually released on the 25th anniversary of the original Space Jam, July 2021. First one came out in July of '96.
That is a fun fact. I had fun.
So this is the second best Space Jam movie released on that day.
Correct. This scene's pretty funny. The director Malcolm D. Lee actually replaced Justin Lin, who was attached to the film, who left to direct F9, The Fast Saga, and the upcoming Fast and Furious 10. Classic Looney Tunes trope right there.
Here we go. And smashing it.
Banner, did you not watch like Tiny Toons either?
I did. I watched them all.
I like Tiny Toons a lot.
How do you feel about Animaniacs?
Okay, Animaniacs fucked.
Okay. You like Freakazoid?
Nah.
What about Pinky and the Brain?
Pinky and the Brain was pretty good.
I wish some of those guys would have shown up in this.
That's what I was just thinking. I had Animaniacs on the mind. I was like, I don't think there was any cameos from any of them, which would have been cool. I don't know. You might be able to see him in the crowd at the game. I might have missed it.
Yeah, I think that'll be a really good. I'm glad the game is a lot of this movie because the crowd will be a nice discussion piece for us.
Yeah.
It's like at the NBA Finals when they go around and say, "Oh, this celebrity's in attendance tonight, along with this one."
Speaking of that, LeBron James was at a finals game, like in the crowd, Suns Bucks, when this movie had just been released. And they showed him in the stands on TV, and his title was LeBron James, star of Space Jam: A New Legacy. I was like, not like 4-time NBA MVP or anything like that. He probably requests that, though. He's like, put the movie up there.
Just good marketing.
He did seem very proud of doing it.
Honestly, and he should be. Let's be honest. Like, we shit on him. I'm not a big LeBron fan, but like, this is a pretty big, cool accomplishment, right? He got to essentially make the same movie that his idol, the guy that he looked up to, got to do, right?
I do agree. I just didn't like when he decided to promote this film sometimes. Like, at his post-game presser when the Lakers were eliminated, he said, all I'm focused on now is beating the Goon Squad on July 21st. I was like, dude, your season literally ended an hour ago. Like,
by the way, the movie's been filmed for 2 years, so you already did theoretically.
Right. So you know what happened. You know. I do like the carrot juice.
I always loved the Looney Tunes, though. I was definitely, when I was a kid, loved watching them.
Oh yeah. So seeing Lola Bunny there, I'll just get this fun fact out a little bit prior to her introduction. Kathy Suchi had been set to reprise her role as Lola Bunny from the original, and in fact had all of her dialogue recorded, but for unknown reasons, she was replaced by Zendaya late in post-production.
What?
Wow.
They were probably like, well, Zendaya agreed to it, and she's a bigger name. Not that they really marketed this based on her.
I had no idea she was in this until I saw the opening credits.
Yeah.
It's kind of shitty.
I agree. Man, you can call. I mean, I don't know how these contracts work, but like, hey, you know, you thought you were going to get like $150,000. Well, you're not.
Surely they still had to pay her, right?
I mean, there's no way as much as. Like,
yeah, but there's a clauses that will say it's going to be based on how many line, because like some of these actors get paid by the line, especially the side actors.
But I would imagine like all the royalties, she has to get excluded from those, right? She's not even technically in the film when they take her out.
Unless she has unless the contract was written well for her, then yeah.
Like if Scarlett Johansson's lawyers wrote it.
I was about to mention the same thing.
I've been trying for like 5 minutes to try and get that jab in there.
Yeah.
This is genius. Bugs is actually a genius manipulator. The way he works Daffy constantly and here Marvin the Martian. Marvin the Martian, as we've discussed many a time, of course, was the official of the game in the original Space Jam.
Which, you know what I never really thought about was since they were from Mars in the first one. You know, like there was no protest there. Or you would think he would have had a bigger role,
Charles,
like a
right?
Did one of
liaison between
Ray
the.
Charles.
Yes.
Charles started cut you off like that's pretty funny. That's the stuff kids won't get, but
What was his dog's name?
Great question.
I wanted to say Pluto. I'm like, wait, that's not right.
No, one off.
One off.
Probably.
His dog's name is K9.
Oh.
Clever.
Like the police dog.
Well,
Yes, man.
There's no fooling Brian.
I mean, just like a dog. Canine.
He's so proud of himself.
I do love how pretty much like the whole movie until the very end, this kid just believes whatever the fuck Algae Rhythm tells him. Like I met you 5 minutes ago. Yeah, your dad actually he beat.
Your dad's left.
Oh well, I met you 11 seconds ago, and you have a badass silver jacket on. So I'll take your word for it.
He's too in love with technology.
That's true.
He just got out on the basketball court a little bit more.
Steve Jobs homage here. Looks like the JetBlue lounge at the airport.
So, for plot reasons, let's just catch ourselves up here. What's happening?
He's about to serve him a gin and tonic.
They don't check IDs in the servers. It's great. It's like Mexico. So, Banner, Dom, which is the son of LeBron here, and LeBron have been pulled into the serververse by Algae Rhythm, who's upset because LeBron rejected his algorithm ideas to basically clone him and put him in films. So as a way to get back at him, he's going to manipulate his son to compete against him in a basketball game based on the app his kid has developed. And if LeBron loses, he and the Looney Tunes will be stuck in the serververse forever.
Which, I mean, is that bad for the Looney Tunes? They're already stuck in the serververse.
Yeah, they act like it's a big deal, and I think LeBron really should have asked them, like, I mean, who has more at stake here, me or you?
But it was more so LeBron was more focused on saving his son. I don't think the two Looney Tunes cared as much until later when they find out they might be deleted.
Yeah, which, if I could be wrong, but I don't think Algae Rhythm mentions that until like halftime of the game.
Yeah, not yet. Like remember, like Lola only signs up because she's like, oh, I need to help him get his son, save his son.
Yeah. Brian, I don't know if you saw that the spaceship had A113 written on it.
Damn it! I was just about to point that out. Yeah. Which, yes, are they tied in with Pixar?
I would guess like some of the animators, tend to switch to different.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
I enjoy this part. It kind of pokes fun at
too.
LeBron, which was necessary in this film, I think, for it to work.
You know what it reminded me of? Horns is in the Jason Segel Muppet movie when they go and find all the characters are scattered all through the world and get everyone back together.
Definitely, I think that does it much more effectively than this. But
yes, but
it's kind of the whole plot point of that movie, and this they obviously have to get to the basketball game. But yeah, this is LeBron.
10 minutes.
Yeah, this is what LeBron goes to his GM and basically asks for each year. Yeah,
the GM's like, we can't afford it.
Oh, so you want 10 max contracts. Okay, I see.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, who's going to pay for that? And you also want us to have a top 3 draft pick? How's that going to work, Brad? And Warner Brothers, of course, everyone wins here, right? You get to make fun of LeBron a little bit. It's a nice plot device to sort of stall before the big game. Because obviously, unlike the first one, this does not have... I mean, it has like NBA players getting copied, but that was like half the plot in the first film was the NBA stars whose talents got stolen, like them dealing with that in the real world.
Which was absolutely hilarious.
Oh, yeah. But again, you can't do like the exact same movie again. Although maybe you could have for a new generation. They wouldn't have even known.
I think for us, they couldn't have. I think we would have been more upset if it was just a complete retread.
I believe the DC animated universe, they spend more time here than anywhere else.
Yeah,
And that's arguably one of their best. I mean, it's probably animated wise, probably their best property, right? Currently,
Probably. Rosario Dawson reprises her role as Wonder Woman, who she voice acted in the movie animated film Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Fun
Rosario.
fact. Yeah.
All right.
I think Daffy's on steroids. I don't think that's actually his chest.
now he's been working out. He bought that Bowflex beginning of COVID.
In the PlayStation 2 baseball game MVP 2004, he looks like the character Cycly created of himself. His chest is 99, and then like the rest of his body is like -4.
legs are 0.
Don't worry about it.
It's funny because I think just based on physical appearance, but the game will intentionally walk you in.
I
really
didn't
weird
change the
scenarios.
stats from any different from any other person on the team.
But look
But
at you. Would you want to pitch to that? They'll walk you at like the beginning of an inning, no one on base, no outs.
I feel like Daffy gets no respect. You know, I think Bugs is always really mean to him.
Bugs is definitely a bully. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with you there.
Yeah, he's the high school quarterback. Cocky.
Yeah, and Daffy's like the nerd who he knocks the books out of his hands in the hallway and everyone laughs.
And this is even more proof because Bugs is still trying to relive the glory days, and Daffy's out there living his life.
I love that
Traveling.
this train just ends at an orphanage. It's like Gotham, Metropolis, orphanage.
Orphanage. Don't worry, we put up a little roadblock, so should be good. Thank God Superman was there. This is where Daffy's like, there's multiple of us, okay? This kinda
Always
makes me
blaming the
just wanna-
pig.
This makes me want to watch a DC animated movie.
There's one Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. It's a good one.
Is that a new one?
I just discovered it. I'm not sure when it came out, but it's on HBO Max.
I want to watch that one then, and then Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1 and 2 came out. This to me was hilarious. Wile E. Coyote being in Mad Max Fury Road.
They did a great job. I mean, yes, this is all like Warner Brothers propaganda, but they did a great job linking the characters.
Oh yeah,
to
him
these
being like a
movies.
meth head. Especially if you've seen, I mean, kids haven't seen this movie, but like his character does some really fucked up stuff in the film, and now Wiley's playing him. I would watch this movie.
Oh, 100% I'd watch this movie.
Yeah, cue it up. I'm in.
Trinity, Granny's in the Matrix, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a fun scene.
I don't remember the
This
Austin
one, too.
Powers.
I thought this was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know. See, I must have missed this part. Sylvester is Mr. Bagglesworth.
Yeah, I think I missed the Mad Max scene. I didn't remember that one from the first go round.
This was a really good one too.
Is this
Sam.
Casablanca?
Yeah, Samity Sam. Yeah. Play it again, Sam.
There was a scene, I don't know if it was here, where you guys have probably read this, but they cut Pepe Le Pew out of the movie.
Oh yeah,
So stupid.
What?
he was in the scene.
I believe so. His
Okay.
character, they just said, doesn't work now. You know, he kind of like, it's very much rape culture. Of course, Rick and Morty.
A lot of non-consensual stuff with Pepe.
Correct. In fact,
I
think
mean, it's
all
still
of
in the
them.
courts, and it's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, Cycling, why don't you wait till we get an actual verdict?
I should know that better than you guys are.
Foghorn is Khaleesi. I'm a huge Game of
Yeah.
Thrones head. You guys know that.
Well,
I'm surprised you
No.
knew Khaleesi.
I know all the characters.
I am always impressed of how much you know without watching it.
I used to listen to your guys' reviews of the episodes without watching the show.
I miss
Oh,
doing
that
those.
happened?
Let's bring them back.
I have a fun fact about the granny. Let me find
Okay,
it.
really quick because Speedy Gonzalez, I love this. They tried to cancel him, and the Mexicans were like, "Hell no, we love Speedy Gonzalez." So they
That's
brought him back. Yeah, they're like, "You cannot take him away from us."
They try to cancel him because they just thought it was over
Just the
over top
Mexicans,
stereotype.
yeah. Speedy Gonzalez, yeah, and yep,
And then
they
the
were like,
people,
"Nope, we love him."
people of that culture like, no, fuck no, leave
Yeah,
him in.
like Mexicans literally had like a huge uproar about it. They're like, "No, we fucking love that guy."
That's really cool.
That's funny.
This is the first Looney Tunes full-length theatrical film not to have June Foray voicing Granny following her death 4 years prior.
Oh wow.
Probably noticed, right?
Doesn't Bugs have a new voice in this as well?
I do believe so.
I feel like I felt like his was very different.
I can't even remember where I heard that or read it somewhere, but
Okay, so let me just, where are we at with the time here? Okay, 42 minutes, and the movie's an hour 50.
Wow, we're already 42 minutes in.
Yeah, but I
Doesn't feel
believe
like
this is, I believe, the last scene for the Toon Squad, and then they'll go to the Goon Squad being put together, and then we have a game.
great scene here.
I love this. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
one
this
of my
is-
favorites.
I do like how they use so many different animation styles
hmm
in this. Like, it's 2D for pretty much the whole second
Yeah.
act, and then see the end, it goes.
Yeah, but even
anime.
in this style right here, you get like the comic book
Mhm.
kind of filter added to it.
Yeah, I'm getting like 2D, but into the Spider-Verse vibes also.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see that.
We gotta play a basketball game. It's like, what?
I'm a little busy.
Now, this is a big thing we got to talk about. We have talked several times on this pod about the sexualization of Lola Bunny in the first one. I mean, she could get it. Obviously, that was a point of emphasis for the animators in this one to basically eliminate that from her character. How do you guys feel about that? Because the internet is kind of embarrassingly thirsty over the first Lola Bunny. I think we can all agree, right? Even for how we feel about her.
She still looks
Um,
good. I'll say that.
Yeah, she does look good. I don't have an opinion
It's a
either
tough
way,
question.
really. Yeah.
I feel
would
like they could have-
argue- Go ahead, Cycly.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like they could have left her animation style the same, like her body style the same, but had her like she was very flirtatious kind of in the first one, you know, when she like
Yeah.
bugs, and you could have just had her not act like that. I don't know.
And again, I'm a man, so like my opinion is kind of moot on the subject, but I don't feel like she was necessarily objectified in the first one, right?
No, it's just people being stupid on the internet.
Right. And is there anyone, I mean, I say that, is there anyone? It's the fucking Twitter. There is always someone. But are people actually like, I want to fuck that animated rabbit? Or are they just saying it because it's ridiculous?
You
to
don't
say?
want to know the
I
real.
think-
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I think it starts as that, and then it develops in this weird place.
Is that where furries came from? Lola
Yeah.
Bunny?
Wow.
Was it
Uh,
Rule 33 or something like that? I don't remember. There's a rule number associated with if it exists in the universe. There's a sexual like desire to it in online somewhere.
I'm scared.
So I would argue that what people are more attracted to in Lola is her attitude and her demeanor. You know, in the first one, she's like Cycly said, very flirtatious and kind of you know, she's looking to mingle a little bit. And then in this one, you have kind of that opposite, that woman warrior. I'm in it to, you know, for the good of womankind and everything. So I think you can make the argument that she is attractive in both for the same but different reasons.
There was one part I remember in the first movie when she first shows up at the court and like kicks their ass. Remember, like Bugs makes a joke about her being a woman, and then she dunks on him, and then like
Mhm.
he like has the hard eyes, but that's so Looney Tunes anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Sure. Yeah, dude, if we're complaining about that, like, Maybe you just can't handle leaving the house.
It's a cartoon. It's animated. It's going to be over the top.
So I guess this is
Are
my
they
question.
playing this all-star game at like a high school gym?
Yes.
Well, not only that, I was about to ask, what all-star game has men and women competing against each other?
So here's my probably biggest complaint about this movie is I wish there was more of these of the other players.
Totally
Because
agree.
Yeah.
in the first Space Jam, that might be the best thing. That montage, like in the middle of Space Jam, when all the NBA players are in the hospital and Charles Barkley goes and plays those girls and like gets beat, like, and they're seeing the psychiatrist, like that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
And
That
also,
makes-
it kind of lets you take a little breather from the ridiculousness of what's happening in Looney Tune Land.
yeah. And this one didn't have enough of the other superstars.
No, like 30 seconds at the most.
They do nothing with them. When I first heard Klay Thompson and Damian Lillard and those guys are going to be in, I was like, oh, that's cool. And that's literally the only time we actually see them not as their like game avatar.
This is
Alright.
a real question. Are they mocapped or are they just straight animated?
I don't know. That's a good question. Probably.
So I have to
mocap.
find this. But a few weeks ago, there was a Facebook memory, and it was like 2012, and we're like, oh wow, LeBron was just announced for the new Space Jam, and on it
Was
we
that
all were putting, yeah, it was like crazy long ago. I had a Facebook memory, and we all were writing who we thought would be the other superstars in it, and we were all so wrong. I'm trying to go find it. Pretty sure we all had like Russell Westbrook or Kevin Durant.
Sure. Well, Kevin Durant's such a little bitch. If he wasn't the star, he probably wouldn't do it. So this
Pete.
is like now algae rhythm, just showing all he cares about is getting what he wants. Here's my guy Wiley. I always felt like, at least in the first Space Jam, I felt like Taz was not utilized much. Like he did not get as many minutes as he should.
Well,
I think
you
that's
can't
still-
play him with 4 fouls.
Brian, you can't take him home with you. He's never fouled out. Let him use them all. Did you guys like how Daffy just knows he sucks and makes himself the coach in this one?
I call coach.
Is that what he says?
So
I
I
call
found-
him.
Yeah.
Earlier. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I found my post. I put Kevin Durant, Russ, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, Blake Griffin, and a guest appearance by Bugsy Bogues. It's way off.
Ooh, that would have been cool.
That would
They
be
should have
cool.
got one of them.
Yeah.
Would any of them like want to? Like, would any of them be game to come back?
I mean, I'm sure, right? I
Yeah.
bet Charles Barkley would have come back.
Or do you think that they have too much respect for Jordan?
I don't think it's disrespecting Jordan to show up in this.
Yeah.
This big guy, the furry guy, I don't know his name, but that's your center, right?
Gotta be.
And you can
Should
play
be.
Foghorn Leghorn at the 4.
Speedy's running the point, I guess.
Yep. Is Bugs a 2, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a good shooting guard.
Yeah.
Lola can run the point for you also.
It depends on when you go to a small lineup, you know?
Yeah, if you want to go small ball.
Is Wiley your defensive specialist?
Yeah, he's like your Dennis Rodman out there.
Oh, yeah, but wait till you see what he does offensively in the big game.
He shows up when you need him.
Yep. This is one of my favorite interactions in the
I
movie.
didn't like this.
Security guard's such an asshole.
I love that. He's on my fantasy team.
Like, you seem to have different interests than you should. Does my badge say LeBron Finder? LeBron Locator? I went to school for 6 months. Get accredited.
Accredited.
This right here is something I did not think that I would be like legitimately laughing at some of the comedy in the movie. Going into
Yeah.
this, I was like, I mean, I might giggle a little bit, but like this is legitimately funny.
You know what I will say, Brian? You remember that Magic Kingdom movie that Jon Favreau was supposed to do?
Kingdom Keepers, right?
I think it was called The Magic Kingdom, at least
maybe.
what I saw, where it's like kids get trapped inside a Disney theme park at night and it like comes to life.
Yes. So it's based on a book called The Kingdom Keepers. They're pretty good. Little childish. Anyway, continue.
But I'm kind of getting like similar vibes here from Warner Brothers, where that probably would have inevitably turned into like a hour and 40-minute commercial for other Disney IP. That's kind of what Warner Brothers is using Space Jam as a vehicle for here.
I would agree with that, yeah.
So on Dom's hoodie, is that supposed to be something, the A with a heart over it?
That's a great question. That could be a gang sign.
Shit, you may be right.
If you're in prison and you think that, you get shanked first or last, but definitely not in the middle.
It's kind of throwing me off. I was trying to piece it together. I have no idea what it is.
I'm looking it up. I don't know if I'm gonna find it though.
Be careful what you search. It may get you into some kinky shit.
Be weirded out if I went to the internet and didn't look at kinky shit.
Yeah.
What's the internet for, you know? Algae Rhythm dresses like In Sync on that second album that they had. I'm pretty sure JC Chavez.
He looks like Supernova from Xenon.
Wow. Yes, he does. Holy shit. I'm glad
whatever this is, I found it. It is like fucking expensive type clothing.
Really? That hoodie
It's
was
like
$3,000.
Supreme essentially type of thing, yeah. Like I just looked it up online, like the first thing I found like $545 for a sweater.
For a fucking hoodie?
How can LeBron afford that?
Wow.
260, yeah. AMI?
What product placement? What'd you say it was called?
AMI, I think. Yeah.
It's one of those things where like if we don't know what it is, we can't afford it.
Yeah.
We just really made ourselves look bad to the audience. They're like, these guys are lame.
I'm not too worried about it.
Don Cheadle's almost the height of this kid.
The cloud takes off 3 to 4 inches of your height.
What about your dick?
See,
He can make himself grow taller and shorter, though.
Yeah.
Because he did that to LeBron.
That's shown later in the movie. Spoiler.
God. Yeah, Don Cheadle had a tough ask here. He's like rarely with another human being.
Nathan, it's AMI Paris.
AMI Paris.
Yes.
Oh, so it's French.
So what this teaches you kids is you don't have to work for anything. You can just upgrade yourself automatically by the use of steroids.
I'm okay
Did
with
we
it.
do this in MVP 05? Absolutely. But no one else.
It's like, look, I
should
can
do that.
dribble now. Ugh, before I would have had to actually practice the sport.
Yeah, fuck that.
And now he looks like he's fucking Kanye West wearing a trash bag.
It's a $500 trash bag.
It's called
Yeah.
fashion.
Look it up. Making Diana Taurasi a snake. I don't know.
Yeah, hard
Okay.
pass.
I wish they had made LeBron. I mean, Kevin Durant. They had to-
Ah, that would have been great.
Oh.
How mad
So
would he have
great.
been? He didn't know either that they were going to do that.
He's the thinnest fucking skin. He would have lost it.
He would have created 10 burner accounts for that.
Damn it! I was just about to say his burner accounts are gonna go crazy.
He's such a bitch. Epic live stream. How's that different from just a regular live stream?
If you have to ask,
Epic?
you just don't know.
Excuse yourself from the stream, please. She knows she can track him on his phone because NBA players on the road, they tend to cheat, guys. Let's just call a spade a spade.
And he's in like the cyberverse, so you can find some really freaky shit there.
Yeah, anything you want. We need our every 15-minute reminder that LeBron James is a family man.
Guys, let's just think about our large library of spaceships here. Is this one of the cooler ones?
Like
It's got
inside?
it's got a fucking basketball court in it.
Yeah. I
Inside's
mean, I
pretty
hate
cool.
the exterior.
Yeah, outside isn't that great.
Sure.
Although I feel like, based on the size, that's probably all it is on the inside is the basketball court.
I mean, I'm sure they have like a cafeteria too. Maybe a cappuccino machine.
An espresso.
I don't know if you saw, Foghorn just absolutely bricked a 12-footer.
It wasn't great.
I would leave him open. See, kids won't get an MC Hammer reference.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say that's gonna go way over their head.
Tyronn Lue is like, yeah, that actually is how LeBron is.
I've lived it. We're getting a little aggressive.
Wow, we just skipped the cut ahead.
Yeah, and here we are. Time to start the game. And how much left in the movie?
We have 58 minutes, but that's including credits, so we'll say.
Yeah,
50.
it's still a lot. I mean, a good second, if not all the second half, if not more of the movie is game.
All right, I'm gonna take my piss break real quick before the game starts.
All right, good luck.
We're rooting for you, man.
Need someone
Yeah,
to
we
hold
really
it.
are.
Knowing that I have your guys' support, I feel like I'm the Toon Squad. I feel like I can do this.
So are all the other planets and universes that they kind of flew by just falling into the here now? Is that what's
I
happening?
think they bring everyone down.
This may be what makes it so epic.
You
And
get
the
entire
ring-
Warner Brothers universe.
The ringleader himself coming in. And then we get, as he says, upgrade. We get the new animated 3D version.
So I don't understand this part. Why are they angry about this?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't.
It's an upgrade.
I have a confession to make, guys.
Oh
Okay.
God. I'm scared.
When the new jerseys first came out, I was like, these are stupid. I kind of like them now.
They grew on me too.
I kind of
No.
like them.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Now
with
I'm
you.
not gonna say they're not the OGs. They're not even close. But I could rock one of the new ones.
Yeah, I completely agree on that. They've gotten a little better.
I don't know why I'm not wearing my Toon Squad jersey right now for this.
God, you fucking suck.
I didn't even think about it. Embarrassing.
Wow.
I don't. Why is Bug so angry about that? You look cool, dude.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't like going from 2D to 3D.
They kind of fucked up Tweety's face, but I mean, it's fine.
Did they? It looks fine. So now they've got everyone rushing in. So this is gonna be the cool part to try and look in the
Mystery
crowd
Machine.
and see.
I love the Iron Giant.
Iron Giant.
See who's
being
in
there.
here.
Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, King Kong.
Flintstones, Yogi
Yep.
Bear, Gremlins.
Jetsons.
I think there's someone online. I need to go look at. I saw it on Reddit, but I didn't look who broke down everything and everyone.
So
they could
does this
find.
guy just have free reign of Warner Brothers HQ?
Yeah.
And also, was she tracking him on his phone? Is that how it led them here?
Coach Daffy.
So, we were saying earlier, why do you think the characters are getting so upset that they're getting turned into 3D? I think it's kind of cool.
You know, everyone's resistant to change.
Bugs especially is this means war here in a second.
I don't like this new texture of my fur.
I do like how before, when they were in 2D animation, they had the old Toon Squad jersey, the one from the first movie.
I don't think you were here for this, Jeff, but I had a confession that I made. When the new jerseys first came out, I was like, fuck this, I hate them. They've really grown on me, I must say.
I still hate them.
That's rough.
Yeah,
They've grown on me a bit. I still like the original.
Yeah, they don't touch the original, but these are good alts.
You got to do it for the recruits. You got to keep it interesting.
That is true.
And here we go.
Iron
I love
Giant.
the movie. Yeah, Game of Thrones, The Mystery Machine, King Kong.
Yeah, just constantly looking in the background, looking at
It's
what's in
fun.
your Yogi.
Yeah.
Gremlins.
Gremlins, nice.
So this guy just has free reign of Warner Brothers headquarters, right?
Sounds like
Yeah.
anybody can just walk into the server room here. It's kind of a joke.
So what-
wonder the DC extended universe is so fucked up. Anybody can just walk in there.
So what got them here is his wife tracking his phone. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He tweeted and then she decided to track his phone.
Gotcha.
Honestly, this is probably best case scenario when she tracks his phone. Could be a lot worse.
Flintstones.
Yeah, and I'm constantly just looking in the background. Saying, oh,
How mad would you be if your ticket was behind King
Is that
Kong?
it?
Yeah,
it's
Pennywise
Pennywise.
on the left. Yep.
Yeah.
Matrix.
So the
Yes.
Droogs from A Clockwork Orange are in the crowd, which is kind of crazy at some point too.
It is a Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
nice.
Is did I see a Christmas tree that was like the Grinch, or did I make that?
Yeah, I
up?
was about to say that looked like it was from Whoville.
Yeah.
I gotta catch that up. I mean, that could be just a fun game, just finding what you can see in the crowd. We all know Korean Airways always does this, right? They're supposed to be serving you your snacks, and instead they're watching streams.
They're watching the most epic live streams at the time. Who has their arms out from the cape while you're getting your haircut? Mine are always just
Yeah.
tucked in.
Yeah.
No
Rubbing my balls
barbershop
a little
vibe
bit.
too.
You know,
Then you get
nothing
an
big.
itch on your nose and you're like, God damn it.
Oh my god! Don't you get the worst itches on your nose when you're getting your
Yes.
haircut?
Just a
I
little hair
literally
falls on
haven't been to like a haircut salon in 15 years.
Wow.
It's amazing. Nowadays, it's actually
I refuse
bad.
to pay for a haircut. I think it's stupid. I can do it myself. Thank you.
Did we
the
like
last-
Ernie Johnson and Lorel being in this?
I did.
I do.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I did too.
Interesting. Ernie can play off anyone. Ernie's great.
Ernie's awesome.
Yeah, if you can make Charles Barkley an Emmy winner, you can be in this movie.
Lorel, I actually thought he wasn't unfunny. I just don't think they tried to do many jokes with him. I don't want to say the straight man, but he's really not like full Lil Rel. Like he's funnier in Get Out than he is in this.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. They kept a tight leash on him for sure.
So the White Walkers have courtside seats. Do you think they got that through like a business partner of theirs, or are they like season ticket holders?
I
You
think they're
know
season
they
ticket
can't
holders.
afford 'em.
No, they got in early. They were grandfathered in with the new stadium.
Interesting. The White Walkers are like refreshing their internet, trying to.
Yeah, but the
I didn't
resale
like
value on
this.
StubHub for this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't like the force field. It kind of gave me like a claustrophobic vibe, which maybe that's what they wanted.
Is that like how the game is or something? Like, can you bounce off the wall or?
That's a good. Do they ever like pass the ball off of it? I'm trying to think.
I don't
That's
remember.
I don't know. I know LeBron crashes into the wall later, but I don't know.
This guy's kind of funny. Again, he's like they sort of made like 4 different characters fill the Wayne Knight role.
I was hoping for just a cameo from anyone from the original.
You know they didn't call Wayne Knight because if they did, he would have
Yeah.
done it.
Looking at how big this crowd is, there are definitely people there who can't see the court.
Like I'm saying, there's someone behind King Kong. That'd be so
Yeah,
shitty.
but
Likely
they
Fox
can
Dick-
say
what's he-
I've
what's
been
supposed-
there.
Yeah. The pregame must have been long because it's nighttime now.
I mean, doors opened at 4. Game doesn't start till 8. It's a little uncharacteristic. But
For them though, that's just more 4 hours for people to eat and drink. Before game starts.
yeah.
You're paying
True.
arena prices though.
I've already
Likely it's
peed
about-
once, but
A lot of people here are on vacation.
yeah.
Look, if you're going to this epic stream, you just inherently know you're going to spend more money.
You don't go on vacation and then penny pinch. You just shouldn't do it.
Treat yourself.
What? These people are terrible.
Yeah, I wonder what the deciding factor was whenever they were like seating people, because we saw that like the Asian airline stewardesses, they had like front row too. I don't know.
And they got warped late.
Yeah.
Well, they won the package at the
Was
company
that the
picnic.
mask? Sorry, I just
Yes,
Yeah,
the mask is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of liked how Mr. Freeze, I don't know if it was a budget thing, but instead of giving him like his freeze suit, he's in the robe from that scene in Batman and Robin.
He just got out of a bath when he was
Caught him at a bad time. Oh, the game is now? Starting lineup introductions here.
Got the
Now,
intro.
Dame shows up late, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
He's like their secret weapon with Dame time.
Right. Because Dom obviously is their fifth starter.
Which I like the Dame time stuff.
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought it was good. I think it's good. We'll get to it, but does LeBron actually have a son named Dominic?
I don't know.
Great question.
You know what I'm getting here? This is like vibes from Hook. You know, where Hook takes Jack and tries to use him against Peter.
Run home, Jack. Run home.
Home
run, Jack.
Home run, Jack.
Jack.
Goon
Such a
Squad
good
jerseys suck, right?
Yeah, they're pretty trash.
First of all, why are you naming your team the Goon Squad anyway? Just seems like you know you're the bad guys.
The Monstars was a pretty awesome name in the first one.
Yeah.
Especially the way that like they come to the realization of I think Sylvester gives them the name actually.
They're not. Yeah, they're not all.
They're not monsters.
Stars. Everyone's in danger. No, it's fine.
We could all be trapped here forever. And
This is a cool place.
how much you guys think a beer would cost at this game?
God.
Probably 12 bucks. It's definitely higher than 10.
Yeah. You got to get two too, because the line is going to be insane.
Obviously.
Yeah. How many will they let you get?
Well, they'll give you 2 per ID that you have, but how many are you going to be able to hold?
Ugh, that's true.
How many IDs are you allowed to bring up to the counter?
LeBron taking a shot at his own teammate. Maybe this is actually where Klay Thompson got injured in this game, and they just didn't want to tell anybody.
Just really wish they had more of the other stars in there.
Yeah, it is kind of disappointing they don't do. This movie is like more catered for someone that's not that into basketball, I think, because they really do nothing with the basketball players that they got.
Which is crazy because you would think that the backup players or these other superstars, they're more famous and bigger superstars now than the ones from the 90s, right? Arguably.
I think, like, on the whole, yeah, because, like, Sean Bradley and Muggsy Bogues, I don't think were necessarily, like, great NBA players, but they physically looked good as Monstars. Like, you get the tallest NBA player and the shortest NBA player. That's just, like, a cool aesthetic.
Now, like Patrick Ewing and Charles Barkley.
And LJ.
Yeah.
But we would agree
that,
and we talked about it on our original Space Jam movie commentary. The Monstars really did bad scouting if they took Sean Bradley's talent.
Actually, on my Facebook anniversary thing, you wrote about Sean Bradley.
It's just so short-sighted. Like they clearly watched maybe like one possession and he dunked or something.
There's no way.
Yeah. See, someone's got to wipe all of that up. That's
why they
not
have the little
safe
kids
for the
out.
players.
The towel kids have to come out. That's an offensive foul. I mean, I know
Yeah,
we
this
don't
is-
want to call it too tight, but
I mean, Pete's the ref.
He's letting him play.
That's a travel, right?
I don't think he dragged the pivot foot, Brian.
Mr. Freeze was pumped about that dunk.
Loved it. Yeah, I think since this is the second watch for me, I'm going to spend a lot more time looking at the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we have like every iteration of Batman we've ever had. There's a guy who's a janitor back there. I wonder what movie he's from.
Yeah, there's a lot of normal-looking people out there
Well,
that
there's
I won't be able to place.
But aren't there that it's supposed to be too? There's like normal, just randoms who are watching this online that got zapped into. Like that's the majority of the crowd, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's what it's hard to distinguish between. Is
Yeah.
like,
Okay, that was bad, LeBron. You're better than that.
Penguin.
I saw
Look,
one of
I've
the.
literally seen you act better when you haven't gotten fouled in an actual NBA game.
Oh, nice, good one.
Got him.
I saw one of the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It's the Adam
kid
West
who's
Batman back there.
I was gonna say the kid who's playing the Adam West Robin is way overacting, even for the bar that I'm lowered for this movie. Kind of an interesting, I don't know, maybe meta is not the right word, but connection. The Danny DeVito Penguin is there, and obviously Danny DeVito played Swackhammer in the first Space Jam.
Oh yeah.
Good call out there.
I can't even imagine how exhausting it was for all these extras. Like literally, they're in the crowd, they're showing up and all day for 12 hours, and they probably get like one fucking Jimmy John sandwich at lunch. They're just cheering to nothing.
Yeah, but which Jimmy John sandwich? That's
They didn't get to pick. They're all turkey toms.
that's my go-to, so I'm okay with that.
Jabberjaws, you remember him, the shark from Hanna-Barbera? He has courtside seats.
Why is Mr. Freeze talking?
I know.
Dorothy? Is that Dorothy? Pretty sure I just saw.
It actually looks a lot like the Danny DeVito Penguin. That must have been a long day in makeup. Fred Flintstone, he's there in his car. That almost looks like a suite.
It's just like a drive-up movie theater.
You know it's not a suite. He can't afford that.
Maybe again, Brian, and this is like a lifetime vacation for a lot of these people. Maybe they spent the whole retirement savings on it. Yeah, get Lola the ball. Let her do some work.
So I've seen the guy who's supposed to be Mr. Freeze now a couple times. Didn't realize that was him. He's looking a little off.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Some of them look, because obviously they don't have the actors, some of them look way different. And again, they're overacting a lot to nothing. So it's...
Yeah, what they actually got on camera and what they were reacting to may be different.
I'm also having trouble.
Sorry, Brian.
I'm having trouble figuring out who is rooting for who team. What team? Who team?
For who
What?
Yeah, that's what I was
One more
confused
time?
about too.
Yeah,
Like, are they just cheering because they're there, or are they actually like rooting for one
We
team
have
or
to
the
think,
other?
Brian, a lot of them probably gambled on the game as well.
Well,
So they have to
naturally.
protect that. But it's weird because it's like the second quarter, like late first quarter, and every single bucket they act like it's life and death or like the end of the world.
They haven't even started playing defense yet.
Oh yeah, and this is what Nate was alluding to when he hits the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defense is frowned upon.
Would kids laugh at that? Like, is that something that moves the needle for a child?
I said maybe like 8 and under.
Yeah. I'd say like 5 to 8. Like,
Oh,
so
like
this
if they
is
like the
5
Emoji Movie, they would like that.
Someone liked the Emoji Movie.
Huh.
The Emoji Movie surprisingly made more money than you would expect.
So, again, I think the topic of the crowd is one of the most interesting parts of this movie, as we keep harping on it. But the nuns that you see in the background, according to an article from GQ, they are from a movie from 1971 called The Devils. And this says it's an erotic thriller about nuns and priests.
All right, I'm in.
Bold
So
move
clearly,
from
like,
the
Are
movie.
they remaking that? Like they've got to be if they're gonna put it in that, because that nun's been all over this.
She can get it.
All right, it's Dame time.
Secret weapon. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
All right. Brian, I know it's been overdone, possibly, and X-Men Days of Future Past did it best, but I love this trope of like slowing down time in movies.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever not enjoyed it. See, some of this shit is funny. Like he's gonna eat his teammate now.
He's always wanted that opportunity.
And now he can blame it on Damian Lillard.
He put it there, not me.
Yeah, the nun gets a lot of play.
I'm so intrigued in this movie.
Wow.
There's a lot of over-the-top physical comedy, but I'm liking it.
Is that a
Ooh,
Back to the Future?
reference.
Mm-hmm.
Was the
Mr.
Matrix
Freeze.
reference.
It's
Hey, the
so fun.
Monstars!
Hey,
Yay.
the OGs.
They should have given him more to do than that, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that may be the only time they show up.
Also, your guys' point earlier, everyone is cheering right now. If the team is currently up by 1,000 points wins, you're all enslaved forever.
Also, like, if the game was that one-sided, it's not very fun anymore. Like, you really think the crowd would be going wild in a 1,000-point game?
I don't
No,
know.
this is when the crowd starts heading towards their car.
The
so they can get a
parking
head
situation is
jump
going to
on
be terrible.
traffic.
Like,
Yeah, you got to beat traffic at this point.
All right, halftime. Gotta pee.
As we all know, halftime, of course, in these movies is where really the big crux of the plot happens, right? Like the change of pace. And I will say, I called Cycly afterwards because I love this so much. This joke coming up to me is the funniest part of the whole movie.
yeah, I agree. Even though I knew it was coming, it still was
I know.
amazing.
I felt bad telling you about it, but I had
No,
to.
it works no matter what.
Porky's feet.
See, have to have a different type of shoe since he has a hoof.
I was wondering, yeah, those will just fall right off.
It's a little
kinda
more
with Granny.
expensive.
Let's this fucking joke, dude.
Looked like Granny was chugging down a little martini.
Just to get her head right.
His royal airness.
This is funny. LeBron's like, oh shit, I actually might have another play to work with. I can feel his power already. I wonder if they asked Jordan to actually come back for a cameo or something, and he said no.
I'm sure
You
a lot
would
of it
have
has to do
to
with,
think they did.
but I'm sure he was probably like, I want LeBron to have his movie. You know, like he knew
That could
who would
be it
overshadow.
too.
Yeah, but this works 10 times better.
Yes,
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. and Joe. Dude, there's
Honestly,
a really
he would still be a pretty good add to your team, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could think of 5 people on the team I would bench over Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he's athletic. He's got to be able to shoot a little bit.
So
He's
a
a good
couple years ago, like GQ or something, like released like the 100 hottest guys or whatever, and Robin was like, Michael Jordan's on that list. She's like, I don't get that. And I was like, he is. I was like, well, he's just a really famous player. I mean, it's just like he has a global phenomenon. It's probably that. She's like, yeah, but in like top 10. I was like, I don't know. I was like, that's not my list. This is weird. I don't particularly think Michael Jordan's that attractive of a guy. And it was Michael B. Jordan.
Of course.
I was like, oh, that
also
makes
still
way
conservative.
more sense.
Did you guys get the Friday Night Lights reference there too? Obviously, the show we got to start on.
Missed that one. I haven't seen Friday Night Lights.
The clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. That's what Coach Taylor says at halftime of the Friday Night Lights game.
That was Granny's second martini, by the way. During
Oh my
halftime.
God, who's counting? Jesus.
Fine.
Well, I mean, the first one Daffy threw in his face as a refresher.
First one's a quencher.
Great point.
She actually hasn't had any.
The first one's just a palate cleanser, really. If I remember right, isn't there a Bob Knight joke here in the second half? Didn't someone throw a
Yes.
chair?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Cheadle does, right?
Yeah, algae.
See, that's stuff where, and maybe to this movie's detriment, at least for the target demo, I think most of the good jokes won't hit with kids.
No.
But do the bad jokes hit with kids?
Yes.
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 Okay, then it's a win-win for Warner Brothers,
I
right?
love how he pulls that down and it already says new game plan on the top of it. We were just planning on needing a different strategy in the second
We
half.
knew we were going to be fucked at halftime.
I wanted to write this in advance. It saved us like 7 seconds. Who's in foul trouble? Do we know for the Toon Squad?
Yeah.
I mean, Taz has to have 3, right?
At least.
Question is this considered an international game or
Daytime
an NBA?
now?
Does he get 5 fouls or 6?
And if it's FIBA, can you grab the ball on the rim?
Right?
Right, so they kind of played it. Jordan doesn't come to this realization until like literally the last play in the original, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they also made Jordan like good at basketball that entire movie.
We do have to point out they are literally down 1,002 points.
And they're very confident.
Dude, imagine the halftime live betting if you took Toon Squad money line.
I would absolutely
like
take
plus-
them to
Do
win
you
the
think
second
Bovada
half.
would even have it on the board? Yeah, it's $1 to win like $8 million.
If they were smart, they would have had them wear the original Toon Squad jerseys and then
Oh
right
my
here
God.
switch to the new ones.
God,
I'm just
my
saying.
God.
trope. God, that'd been so good.
Nice. Dude, Wile E. Coyote is the MVP of this game.
That was clutch.
I mean, we'll watch what he's about to do, too. He's about to be their leading scorer. That we should have figured out in the first half, but that's okay.
It's like this was all capable here, guys.
We have slow-mo, too.
They're down 1,000 points. They're really wasting time.
Smoke screen.
Again,
I'll
the
drink to that.
scoring, we'll never understand it, so, I mean, just try and do what you can. The fluffy guy is enjoying that way too much. Getting the water wrung out of him.
It's just like a massage.
Bug's Wide World of Sports. I forget like a lot of these. That chick with the paint on her face behind Algae Rhythm, what's she from? Next to
know.
Dorothy, I'm guessing.
Warner Brothers property.
Okay. How do we
Notorious
feel?
P.I.G. I gotta admit, I kind of laughed at this. Look at him.
Me?
Also, picking the person with a stutter to rap, I think is good. His glasses are below his ears. That part's kind of bothering.
The Arthur type.
Would that not hold up?
Even
This is a
Dom.
little much for me, this part. I mean, again, it's a kids movie though. Like, I gotta be okay with it.
I think this was like one of the clips they released early for the movie, and I remember thinking like, "Oh my god, why?"
What are we doing?
But it works.
Yes. Okay,
Tweety doing that was so funny.
It's like that meme where God damn it, why am I laughing at this?
Yeah, this. I think this. Okay, you can.
Yeah, the joke's beat to death. Ernie saying he was spitting hot fire.
And how do they get the ball back? They just scored.
Off screen, they got a turnover probably.
Mhm.
Again, and then what Taz does. Ooh, that was smart actually. Why don't you just do that the whole game?
He's tired, okay? That's a lot to ask of him. Yeah, now he's wearing the like.
Oh yeah. This is funny.
There you go.
That's good. They put the red sweater on him. There's a bunch of the Clockwork Orange guys are on the baseline too, I think.
You see a lot of them, yeah.
Which, considering what happens in that movie, again, another question.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they're putting like those kind
So
of.
we have
movies
to Pepe Le Pew because he's not sitting, but the Clockwork Orange guys are good.
Well, I mean, just at face value, we've seen Game of Thrones in here with the Night King a ton with incest and killing and decapitation. I mean, all that shit.
And this is why Wiley's the MVP, the multiplier. I mean, he definitely leads the team in scoring after this.
This is why they gave him that big contract.
I mean, he made that contract worthwhile just right here. Now give Roadrunner some props too, but like this.
But not too many props.
Who gets these points? Wiley does.
Sixth
right?
man of the year, right?
Again, Wiley's the leading scorer.
Again, why were they doing this the whole time?
His like obsession with power.
Yeah.
Seems like an oversight.
Does he count? If he goes through, does he count as a basket?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. It's like one of
There's
those.
nothing in the rules about it, man.
At the arcade, you can just like keep putting your hand through there, and as long as it picks up the signal,
Oh,
it
nice.
gives you points.
Yeah. See, now it's a ball game.
In the back there.
Zamboni.
You guys remember how for the first Space Jam we found somebody that wrote a blog post or like a Bill Belichick joke? I missed this the first time. But a guy put together like a box score based on what we saw, like all the stats.
I do remember this.
That would be really hard to do for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Now you know someone's going to do it.
It'll happen.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah. First time I noticed her. Granny, I mean, based on the time period she's from, would definitely be racist, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And it's not her fault.
No, Brian, don't do that.
Okay.
It's not her fault that she's racist.
It's just the culture and the time she grew up in, right?
That's not the type of sympathizer you want to be, Brian.
Oh, wow. Well, Benjamin Button move here.
Senior disc.
That's pretty good. So they should have her take all the shots because every time it goes in, she should get that, right?
Yeah, it's pretty easy style points right there.
Now, Nate, remember, we know this is not a travel because as NBA Live taught us, you can slide across the entire court, diving for a loose ball.
Yeah, it's fine as long as you just don't start rolling.
Mm-hmm.
That was great too.
Oh, that was the Dwayne Wade homage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so good. I had to explain that to the wife while we watched this the first time.
There's like the Monstars
There they are.
Again.
There was the Adam West penguin from one of the other angles too. Is Lil Rel playing himself? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
think so.
think so. He's playing his character from Get Out.
Anything is possible. Love it.
Yeah,
that
I
is-
love that they did.
These fans are just fair weather because now they're clearly rooting for the Toon Squad.
They just won a good game.
Oh, I hate those fans, right?
It was fans of the league.
I just want to see a good game. Dom, dude, honestly, he belongs in High School Musical, the musical, the series. He's so fucking whiny.
He would fit in well with them. I think I'm still a couple episodes behind just because I haven't been too motivated to watch.
Same. The wardrobe changes for Algae Rhythm. It's like he's hosting the Oscars. Every time you see him, he's got a different outfit on.
That was half their budget.
Had to be. Banner, do you know?
He doesn't. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Banner, is Indiana Jones Warner Brothers?
I don't
Is he
think so.
Universal?
I actually think Spielberg. I actually think it's Disney. I think Spielberg or Lucasfilms actually owns it.
Because I thought I saw him in the background.
Yes. When I'm done with the headphones, you can wear them.
Do we have a cameo?
Yes. Baby Banner
Banner?
is. Yep, she's here to watch the end of the movie.
Oh, there we go.
Thank
We
you.
love Baby Banner. Baby Banner helps ratings big time.
Yeah.
The monkey from the Wicked Witch of the West is just dancing nonsensically, like to nothing. There's definitely.
He's also wearing like a Nacho Libre like costume.
What was that?
Nacho Libre.
Oh,
I heard it different the first time.
Yeah, he
Guys-
said Nache Libre.
How interesting would the kiss cam be in between timeouts in this
Ooh.
game?
I'd watch.
Yeah, you get a little Wicked Witch of the West crossed over with the Night King.
Oh, there we go. We've all had that dream, haven't we?
Wet Dream.
Does the Goon Squad really want Dom on LeBron? Like, is this the matchup they want?
He knows his weakness. Chocolate cake.
And he
They're
has
just
to-
waiting for the pick and roll, man.
Yeah, they'll switch it.
So is this overtime?
No, it's the fourth quarter.
Oh,
And I don't understand why
Fourth
Algae
quarter,
Rhythm
fourth
is so mad. He is in control of the whole situation. He decided to say, hey, let's play a basketball game, and if I win,
Right.
he
He
just
even made
control
up the
everyone in here.
Yeah, he's
Now, he's
kind of
lost-
holding all the cards, right?
Yeah.
LeBron has no dribble now. He picked up the ball.
Pete's like, I want you to know that you just can't. I'm not trying to stop you, but you cannot dribble again.
Yeah. It's like, I can move the hoop any way I want, but you can't dribble. So
Yeah, and also like we can just clone the ball at any time, but there are still some rules.
We're not animals.
LeBron, this is kind of disgusting, but I think that's his brand logo on the jersey, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that what that is?
That's vomit-inducing. He just traveled. That's a walk. Even James Harden's at home, like, dude, turnover.
that was a bit much.
Can we have this conversation like at a dead ball? There's got to be shot clock.
Yeah, they're like, guys,
Also, Dom is playing in a hoodie. I mean, that's
he is sweating a lot.
like Nate and I have seen guys at LA Fitness with weird attire on, but I don't even know if I've seen basketball in a hoodie.
No, and that's dangerous. I know flag football back in college, you couldn't wear shorts with pockets because people get their
Yep.
hands caught. And same thing.
Yeah.
You don't want anything getting caught in that hoodie. It's dangerous.
Exactly.
Jeff, remember when I was at the gym in basketball in college and there was a guy wearing a full Houston Rockets jersey
Oh
and
my
like the
God.
shorts too?
An Asian gentleman, yeah, who had like bought it was like a
The
Halloween.
entire combo.
All right, Banner, I hate to keep putting you on the spot with the IPs. Is Rocky WB? Because I thought I saw a guy with the Balboa.
Ooh.
Rogue.
Rocky might be. Well, are the Rocky movies on HBO Max?
That's a great question.
Because I think that would be a pretty determining factor.
There are people at home who are like, why don't you just fucking look it up? Like, because we're like you. We don't give a shit, really.
I'm just not going to do that.
I'm sitting in front of my computer. I've got my phone here. I'm still not going to look it up.
Guys,
Right,
have
I'd
a
rather
question. If to get rid of LG here, why don't they just unplug the servers?
Who?
That's like in the Matrix. Remember, if you just unplug it, the person dies.
Yeah, someone has to be
Who is this?
outside of the cloud thing they're in right now.
And as we see it, there's nobody at Warner Brothers ever.
Yeah.
Right. You know what's
Just
bothering me?
walk
The
around.
glass benches. I don't like the glass benches.
Would just be like there's a lot of liability there.
I don't want to be that guy, but you can't make an acquisition mid-game. Even LeBron can't.
Okay, the lawyer coming in. Oh, this is a liability. Okay, look at me. Look at me.
Jesus Christ, you're disgusting. You're never not working.
Dude, I gotta make that money.
It's a training day quote, and King Kong's reaction is pretty funny.
Oh yeah, I thought that was great.
I wish he would have gotten his War Machine outfit here. That would have been kind of cool. He just grew like 5 feet.
Kind of getting like Jafar vibes from the animated one when he turns into the sorcerer.
100%.
Good call.
Yep.
I keep trying to figure out who's the shark that keeps showing up in the background.
Jabberjaw.
I was wondering that too.
Left shark.
Okay.
Jabberjaw.
I would love it if they did Left Shark.
That'd be so much. I believe it's Jabberjaw from the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Wow, just a regular jump shot.
First of all, where did the fourth quarter go? How do we have 27 seconds? They just had a conversation.
Clock was running, man.
That was the fourth quarter of that conversation.
Cheat code.
I love how LeBron's surprised. If you've never been paying attention this whole game, everything that's happened is nonsense.
And how much would you be if you bet on Bovada on Lola Bunny having so many points, and then they just literally went in reverse on that?
Pissed.
Yeah, and you know that happened to some people. Now that's a good move by Anthony Davis. That's technically not a foul because he didn't touch him. You know,
He didn't touch him.
Dom's actually not
after
that.
the hand check rule.
You got to call it tight.
Guys, we just need to know. Baby Banner just said, "I don't know why he didn't touch him."
That is a good question. Why did
he also just jumped so high.
I do like how they had LeBron getting posterized. I kind of enjoyed that.
Also, they're kind of they're promoting the taunting a little bit here.
It's over. That's a nice little Vince Carter homage.
And why was that only worth 2 points?
I wish they would have put the Allen Iverson step over.
Oh, that would
have been great.
That's not property of WB though.
The step over.
Yeah, I definitely don't get how style points work because climbing your entire team, leaping from half court, and posterizing LeBron is 0 style points. I wish someone would have pulled the Scottie Pippen where the shot, like the play isn't drawn up to go to them, and so they just refuse to go back in the game for the Toon Squad.
Like Tony Kukoc has a cameo in this.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna give the ball to Tony Kukoc. What the fuck?
Like Wile E. Coyote's like, I literally have 600 points, and you're not gonna draw this play up for me. Has Daffy actually done any coaching? Every time we have a timeout, it's LeBron talking. I guess that's what a LeBron coach actually has to deal with.
Yeah, what's different from him on the Cavs or the Heat or the Lakers?
I'm going to do the step back, all gasp.
Would any of us be mad if LeBron got deleted from the league?
I think it might help the league a little bit.
Just asking.
Again, you got to put that big fluffy guy in. I feel like he's not played many minutes at all.
He's got a lot of weight to throw around down low.
Exactly. He's got a big booty. He can root you off the block. Voldemort. I never noticed him before.
Yeah, Voldemort's there, yeah. It's like, how did I get here?
It's like a game at Cameron Indoor, though. Everyone has to stand the entire time. kind of exhausting. So if they get stuck in the serververse, I guess like what's the difference between that and like the life they're currently living, all the intellectual property?
That their life doesn't change, I don't think. Just the Looney Tunes get deleted.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not like they can just like leave at their leisure, is it? Right now.
Right, like Mr. Freeze can't just like go to Santa Barbara and walk around. In the background, Bugs is like slap fighting with the. Did you see it?
I saw that. Yes, I was cracking up there.
Utterly ridiculous. See, I think that's a travel. Get off of him. So why is everyone else glitching? Does it glitch the whole game or just the person who shot?
Yeah, it glitches the whole game, I think.
Well, yeah, because this whole game got deleted, right?
I can't remember what happened when he did it earlier.
I just don't understand.
Oh yeah, leap off of it.
Yes, when we're done podcasting, we'll eat dinner and cake.
I want cake.
Ooh, what kind of cake? I'm coming over.
What kind of cake did you make?
In the climax of the film we're talking about.
Cake.
Ooh.
See, are you glad they didn't rip off the first one? Like he could have stretched his arm.
Yeah.
Out, but
I thought that was coming. Yeah, to be honest.
I mean, most of the kids in the movie wouldn't have known. They'd have been like, "Oh, that was
No.
cool."
Oh, what a new concept and idea. No, it's not.
Never seen that before? Well, I have. This is good. Jump again.
He's like, what the hell?
Don Cheadle can't act surprised by you can't act surprised by anything that happens.
That's shit.
It's cute.
Can we talk about how bad Bugs' shot was, though? I mean, he was airballing that short.
Has he done much
Isn't that
this game
part of
at
the
all?
plan, though?
No, I'm with Nate. Bugs has actually played like shit, I think.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a contending player here.
Yeah.
Now, how does this become a poster and the previous one wasn't?
Yeah.
Because Algae Rhythm dunked it right down LeBron's throat on the previous one.
And only got 2 points for it.
Is that guy in the leather is from the Tim Burton Batman? Are those what the Joker's henchmen wear?
I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it too on that one.
He had like a snake logo. I'm glad Baby Banner's joining us for the end. Brian, I know she can't hear me, but has she seen any of this movie when you were watching it?
She saw a little bit of it. We were both like super sick. Actually, after your wedding, so we both were in and out, falling asleep. But you saw a little bit of this, didn't you? Yeah.
I'm still sick, but I'm getting better.
She's still sick, but she's getting better.
She's tough.
That's good.
Well, that's good to hear.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Really get better.
So everybody is
Yeah.
getting returned because LeBron won.
Yeah.
So I guess you don't have to worry about parking. You just fucking zap away.
Yeah, you just zap back to where you were, basically.
Well, I'm pretty pissed then because I spent $20.
I was gonna say that guy upsold us. He's like, it's gonna be super easy to get out of this lot.
Technically, he wasn't lying though.
I guess that's true. Oh, the Jetsons in the background.
Mhm.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Who's that big
Bye.
tall guy? Bug's so dramatic. This is like when Paul Pierce separated his shoulder and they had to move him out on a wheelchair.
Wheelchair, like your legs are
Because
fine, bro.
Well,
Right.
didn't
It
he
has
poop-
nothing to do with your lower body
Wait,
at all.
didn't he poop himself, though?
I think he did actually.
I think
Maybe-
that's why they did the wheelchair.
Wait, he shit himself?
Yes.
That was
Look
a
this
rumor,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Didn't he confess to it eventually or something like that, I think? Like,
Oh,
that's
that's
what
weird.
happened. That's why they did the
I would
wheelchair.
take that to the grave with me. I would never. How do you shit yourself? I don't understand that.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm good to shit myself once a year.
I was about to say,
George Brett.
Banner will fess up.
Yeah.
The TC we all know and love is good for
Yes.
one every month, probably.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, TC. Yeah, twice a year at least. I gotta say, man, you could call me old school, but like when going back to the 2D animation, I prefer that to the 3D.
Yeah.
At least for the Looney Tunes.
The 3D kind of distracts sometimes.
Yeah.
I think you can compare it to seeing a movie just in like a regular theater versus an IMAX theater. I personally do not like 3D IMAX. I would much rather just watch it like on a normal screen. It's cool. It's awesome that the technology is there, but meh. I don't like it. I appreciate it, but I prefer just a regular screen.
I agree. Totally out on 3D. We should have brought this up earlier. Maybe we did, but interesting that in this movie, and it's probably part of the non-sexualization of Lola, but zero reference at all to her and Bugs having any sort of like a romantic relationship.
It's been hard for them the
Which
last
is
few
a
years. And
travesty.
that was the only way they could get them together is that it wouldn't be referenced.
So do you think he's friend zoned, or they want us to get like a brother sister dynamic?
I think the breakup was pretty bad. There's a lot of things said that they can't take back, and they're at an amicable place now. So it's something.
I don't know, man. I feel like those feelings are always going to be there.
I'm rooting for them.
They're just going through a rough patch. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll make it. If they're the love that made us believe in love. Great dad moment coming up right here.
Really, LeBron wins here, right? Because he's actually excited about basketball camp now. Like, that was what he wanted to begin with.
It shows you the weird dynamic. The kid gets pumped up basketball camp, and then you don't fucking take him there. It's like, what do we?
Really,
Also,
all I'm hearing is LeBron's a terrible father.
Showing up to basketball camp with a ball that has your dad's company logo on it. I mean, do you want to get bullied harder on your first day?
Yeah, everyone's going to be going for him anyway, just because of who he is.
Well, what's he gonna do? Show up with like a ball that has champion on it?
Or Nike, I guess. I mean, at least that's not like his dad's name.
Yeah, if he doesn't play well, then I mean he's obviously going to get ostracized right off the bat.
Yes, way more than anyone else would. Every shot he misses, he'll be the target of ridicule.
While we're talking about like marketing and stuff, those aren't Beats. Those aren't Beats headphones.
They aren't, but Daffy did have Beats headphones at one point in the game. Shows you how focused.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that he was wearing fucking headphones. So do they explain how, because I need an airtight plot here, do they explain how Bugs and the Looney Tunes get into the real world?
Well, they could do that in the original Space Jam.
I think it's
Isn't that how they?
flash drive.
But they had to be like very secretive about it, remember?
Yeah, he's very open here. Can only LeBron see him?
It's like the Sixth Sense, maybe.
I see dead people. I see cartoons.
See, Pepe Le Pew would already have like a human girlfriend if he was in the movie.
Yeah.
Guys, that was Space Jam: A New Legacy. Last thoughts. Yes, A New Legacy, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Cycly, let's go to you first. Final thoughts.
It's fun. It is fun. It's not horrible. I don't think it deserves some of the trash that people are throwing at it. To me, it isn't Space Jam. And I'm not just trying to say that because we grew up on Space Jam. I genuinely do think the first Space Jam had more authentic, funny moments. We already talked about the soundtrack being untouchable. But I think for LeBron, this was adequate. It was a good time. I'm glad it came out finally, and I had fun watching it with you guys.
Yeah, I think this movie kind of falls into the Solo, a Star Wars movie category. I went in with such low expectations. Mm-hmm. I was extremely surprised, and it's just a super fun movie.
Well, I can't believe you put it in the Solo category, because I know how much you like Solo.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's on par with Solo. I'm saying that it's a similar situation. We just came off Last Jedi, which is horrible.
I see what you're
absolutely one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. And then we go into Solo with such low expectations. I was extremely surprised. I went into this with, it's funny, Granny and Ronda Rousey.
Punching Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Horns.
I definitely didn't watch all this the first time.
Yeah, I'll just say an amalgamation of what you guys said. One thing that does kind of maybe make me sad is playing it up too much, but I don't think like the generation of youth now will at all be as endeared to this movie as we were to the original Space Jam. And that's kind of hard for me to quantify. I think our generation had like just this affinity and love for Michael Jordan that I don't know, LeBron James just maybe he's more polarizing, or maybe it's just like people like to hate now more than they used to. But this movie, like Cycly said, it scratches an itch that not many movies can, and you have to understand that it's not a good film by any stretch of the imagination. But it's like sugar. It's just like eating one of those like fucking fun dips. It doesn't really taste good, but it just gives you like this short-term high that's hard to replicate. And I'm not defending it and saying that, but like you have to know what it is coming in. Like it's a stupid fucking movie that's throwing every like bell and whistle at us that it can, and for an hour 40 minutes, I think it works.
Yeah.
Nate, what do you think?
I mean, I completely agree with all you guys, but it's interesting how I don't think this generation is going to cling on to this one like we did with the 1990s Space Jam. It may be a product of the NBA now these days. There's so many big superstars in it. LeBron obviously is the most magnified one, but there are a lot in just like a tier right below him. In the 90s, there was nothing. It was MJ. That was it. And so to get that star power in a movie, everyone just clung to it immediately. So it is kind of interesting seeing that dynamic, and I completely agree. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be as polarizing, but it is what it is. It was a fun movie. I think I said in the pod episode earlier, fan service was great. It was cool getting to see all the other characters from other universes and shows being brought in and things like that. But yeah, you can just tune out, pun intended, for like an hour and 45 minutes, and just
what a way to end.
Laugh a little bit, maybe be mad that you laughed at some moments, but it is what it is. It's a fun movie.
In a weird way, I think what I liked about the first Space Jam, Jordan like didn't really want to do it. LeBron wanted to do this movie too badly, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of a milestone for him too, to like be stacked up to MJ. Yeah, for him.
He forced it though, let's be honest.
A little bit.
All right, guys.
Pepe Le Pew style.
We have been the bro. Oh, Jesus Christ. We almost made it.
So close.
Sacre bleu.
We have been the Bro 4 Squad podcast. You guys can check out all of our content. We will continue to be. You can check out all of our content on our website, www. Hold on, honey. I'm trying to close the show out. Just a second. It's okay.
She's cute, so it's fine.
Okay.
It's real life.
www.bro4squad.com. Hit that subscribe button here on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts. You know we're there. And go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter at Bro4Squad. I think we're still pretty relevant and funny on there. I think we're funny.
I mean, I try to be.
And I don't really care what anybody else thinks. If I think we're funny, then we're probably.
I want people's approval, so I care.
And that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.